Did you see the news reports last week that they found the Endurance? What is the Endurance? It's a ship that sank in 1915. It's one of the best preserved wrecks that has ever been found. Seems appropriate for a ship called the Endurance, doesn't it? I wondered, is there more to the story? And I discovered that it sank when Ernest Shackleton was exploring the South Pole. He was born in Ireland, so that kind of makes it appropriate for St. Patrick's Day, don't you think? I know that he wasn't looking for penguins. Do you know how I know that? Because penguins don't live at the South Pole. Shackleton wanted to be the first person to get to the South Pole, but Roald Amsden got there first in 1911. So Shackleton decided to be the first person to sail from sea to sea across the pole. But the ship got caught in an ice pack and was crushed. He and his crew camped out on an ice floe for almost a year. And then when the ice floe disintegrated, they used lifeboats to make it to Elephant Island, where they were rescued. Every one of the 28 crew members survived. The website ernest-shackleton.com calls it the greatest story of survival and leadership the world has ever known. Books have been written, movies have been filmed, and courses have been taught. In Boston, there's a Shackleton school that was founded with the motto, "The journey is everything." So what is his example? Well, he believed that life should be an adventure, and he loved the adventure. He's a person who is able to deal with a crisis. Everyone faces crises, but not everyone survives. He looked out for his crew. When one of his men was hungry, he gave him his biscuit. When the photographer on his ship lost his mittens, he gave him his, even though it meant he got frostbite. And he's an example of a person who is able to bring a non-anxious presence in a traumatic time. The course on him at the University of Exeter teaches that his calm, reflective demeanor becomes the antibiotic, warning of the toxicity of reactive behavior. Or in other words, he's able to bring order out of chaos. I wondered, do I do that? Am I a non-anxious presence? Do you do that? Bring order out of chaos? As I was thinking about the South Pole, I thought about the North and then the East and the West, and I thought about Psalm 103, which says, "As far as the East is from the West, so far has God removed our transgressions from us." And I wondered, why doesn't it say, "As far as the North is from the South"? Do you know? Because if you go far enough south, eventually you get to a point where you start heading north. But that's not true of the East and the West. If you head west, you'll keep heading west forever. God's grace is like that. It's unending. You can experience it, you can test it, you can try to understand it, but you'll never get to the end of it. So what's the point? Well, during COVID, you may not have felt like you were thriving. You may have felt more like you were languishing. But you've survived. You are a survivor, and that's heroic. The next time you find yourself in a stressed position, your greatest gift may be to be a non-anxious presence. And if you find yourself worried about your faults and failures, remember that as far as the East is from the West, so far has God removed our transgressions from us. Please continue to pray for the people of the Ukraine, and happy St. Patrick's Day. This is our Thursday, March 17th edition of a video series we call Stronger Faith. Stay safe and be well. God bless you.